Where are the rest of the free folk now? Where have they gone? Who leads them? What about you? What if I unchained you?
Why would you do that?
Because you are not my enemy. And I'm not yours.
And
For 8,000 years, the Night's Watch have sworn an oath to be the shield that guards the realms of men. And for 8,000 years, we've fallen short of that oath. You belong to the realms of men. All of you. Because now, I am Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. And if you go north of the wall, gather the remaining free folk wherever they are, and bring them back here. I'll open the gates for them and let them through. I'll find them lands to settle south of the wall. I don't want them to kneel for me. I want them to fight with me when the time comes. And how many of your people can't fight? The women, the children, the old, the sick, what happens to them? You're condemning them to death. Worse than death, because you're too proud to make peace. Or maybe you're not proud. Maybe you're just a coward. Your people need a leader. And they need to get south of the wall before it's too late. We don't have much time, and they have less. The walkers are coming, and they'll hit your people first. I'm not asking you to make peace to save your skin. Make peace to save your people. Up on Storrel's Point, I can give you 10 horses and 9 other men. You can get there in a week. I talked to King Stannis about lending you his fleet. Men, women, and children will die by their thousands if we do nothing. And we've slaughtered theirs. You were at the fist of the first men. If we abandon them, you know what they become. We can learn to live with the wildlings, or we can add them to the army of the dead. Whatever they are now, they're better than that. Thank you. Ollie. If you have something you want to say to me, say it. It's all right. It's not a trick. I know what it's like to lose the people you love. I know this is hard for you. But winter is coming. We know what's coming with it. We can't face it alone. Here we are. This doesn't have to be our last meeting. You know what Stannis wants? Shouldn't a king be bold? You told me you weren't here to conquer. You told me your people had bled enough. You spent your life convincing 90 clans to come together for the first time in history. Thens and Hornfoots, the Ice River clans, even the Giants. A life's work uniting them. You didn't do it for power. You didn't do it for glory. You brought them together to save them because none of them has survived the winter, not if they're north of the wall. Isn't their survival more important than your pride? Then bend the knee and save your people. And how many tens of thousands are out there right now? How many women? How many children? And you won't go out and rescue them because why? You're afraid of looking afraid. They'll burn you alive. And what happens to your people? You preserve your dignity and die standing. And they'll sing songs about you. You'd rather burn than kneel. The great hero. Until winter comes. And the White Walkers come for us all, and there's no one left to sing. I think you're making a terrible mistake. Sam. Mr. Raymond, take good care of him.
We'll drink it then.
Brothers, as you all know too well, it's long past time to dig a new latrine pit. First Builder Yarwick and I have decided to appoint a latrine captain to oversee this crucial task. Brian. Seems like a good job for a ginger. Sir Alistair. You have more experience than any other ranger at Castle Black. You proved your valor many times over while defending the wall from the wildling attack. I name you First Ranger.
Lord Janis.
I'm giving you command of Greyguard. Good. Yes, the fort is in a sorry state. Restore it as best you can. First build a Yarwick compared to... You mistake me, my lord. That was a command, not an offer. Pack your arms and armor, say your farewells, and ride for Greyguard. Are you refusing to obey my order? Take Lord Janis outside. Ollie, bring me my sword. If you have any last words, my lord, now's the time. Winter is coming.
Spring now.
Winter is coming. The snow will fall 100 feet deep. The ice wind will howl out the north, and the sun hides its face for years, and little children will all be born and die in the darkness. You won't be laughing when the White Walkers rip you limb from limb, and packs of pale spiders as big as hounds feast on your remains. I never knew my mother. I'm a bastard. I'm the bastard son of Lord Eddard Stark of Winterfell, head of the Stark family, warden of the North. His head was chopped off. I'm just making small talk. So, lots. Do you have any siblings? My brother was stabbed to death at his own wedding. My bad. My bad. I knew it as soon as I said it. The Wall. That's where I live. It's 400 leagues north of King's Landing. There's no island, sir. It's a cold, dark place, 700 feet high and 300 miles wide, made of nothing but pure ice, with conditions so harsh and cold it'll make your little prick fall off. The Brussels sprouts are amazing. What's this, pancetta? The high-intensity interval training keeps me in shape for fighting wildlings, while the increased muscle mass helps me defend the Seven Kingdoms against 55-foot giants. Your red hair reminds me of my first love, Ygritte. She shot me with 3 arrows in the chest and then a child murdered her in cold blood. Was it the child murder stuff?
Yes.
I'd like to apologise for the way I've been acting. Work has been very stressful. It's a complicated story. You're gonna scare it off. It's too far away. It's a windmill. Just the men who used to live here. Winterfell has towers 3 times that size. If you're impressed by a windmill, you'd be swooning if you saw the Great Keep at Winterfell. Fainting. When a girl sees blood and collapses, not all girls are like you.
Hey.
I'd like to see you in a silk dress, so I could tear it off you. Maybe one day I'll take you to Winterfell. Ygritte. You won't win. I know your people are brave, no one denies that. 6 times in the last 1,000 years, a king beyond the walls attacked the kingdoms. 6 times they failed. Every boy in the north knows it. We grow up learning it. Where the battles were fought, the names of the heroes, who died where. 6 times you've invaded, and 6 times you've failed. The 7th will be the same.
It's different.
You don't have the discipline. You don't have the training. Your army is no army. You don't know how to fight together.
You don't know that.
I do. I know it. If you attack the wall, you'll die. All of you. Okay. Well, it all started when Robert Baratheon, king of the Seven Kingdoms, was mostly the vacancy for the throne. So, I think it'd make a better TV show. Well, I thought about it a lot, and I'm 100% certain. Direwolf. 3-eyed raven. Incest! I love that movie.